hate going live, but here we are. I'm in the shop, obviously. I am doing. Where's the chat? I think the chat's. Where's the chat? Might not be anyone watching anyway. Here I am in the shop. This is a new series of videos where I was thinking go through the records, top 25 most valuable records sold on Discogs in September 25. Oh, thank you. Yes, we are live from the shop, from Nuneaton. Can you believe it? It's AI is just amazing these days, isn't it? Yeah, so we're going to go through Discogs, going to share the screen, talk about the most valuable records that have sold. And I've been looking at this, and some of these records have been my records. They've been mine. Physically my records that I've sold to other people who sell on Discogs. So before I start chatting anymore, can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? And so I don't even know how to use this. I've had a little go. And I think I've got it sorted. Oh, Houdini's long box. Thank you, Monkey K Jim 99. Let me share the screen and then you can see. No, Dave, I sold them to people who sell on Discogs, and they have sold them on Discogs. And it turns out that there's been a couple of occasions where these records have been up there on one of the most expensive items sold that month on Discogs. So it's kind of I've got to weigh up the situation. Do I take the quick cash or do I hold out for potentially double the money? But, you know, when you got rent, bills, wages, stock to pay for, sometimes the quick, easy money is the easiest option at times. But hold on. Share screen. Here we go. What am I sharing? Okay. Every month, Discogs will release this information. Top 25 most valuable records sold on Discogs September. Look at September. So I'm expecting no speed garage to speak of. Nothing in recently that I can shout about. Andy B's in. How are you? All right. How's your Eurythmics? I've got talking about Eurythmics. I'm going to list it in a second. Well, after this probably. 25 Eurythmics 12-inch to list. So here we go. First up, Kiss, self-titled, 2.5 G's. And I was thinking, well, why? How? And it does sell. Only for certain specific reasons it sells for. Because I was looking, okay, it goes for some money, 100 quid. But then here we go, 1,925, sealed mint, no cutouts, no barcode. So basically, if you want it for the top price, it's got to be sealed and it's got to be mint. So 2.5 G's. Is that right? Yeah, 2.5 grand there. Dollars. And if you're out and about, yeah, thanks, Andy. Yeah. 25. I took some pictures earlier. Next up, Lizzie Grant, CDR. So this is, what's a CDR? What does the R stand for in CDR? Is it like a computer disc or something? I'm sure somebody will be able to tell me. I don't know. Anyway, recordable. Okay, so a recordable CD of Lizzie Grant. 1,925 quid. This is always interesting to look at. How many people want this item? It always kind of tells me the demand. How many people want it? Is it going to sell fast? Not that I sell on Discogs, but I tag that information on board for eBay. Non-available. So basically, if you had another one, you could probably pick, you could probably put it on for 2.5. So yeah, never heard of her. Promo CD, yeah, it could be promo. Because when you look at down here, these are the only others that exist are all unofficial promo releases. So if you've got an official, you got some money. Motley Crue, 2.5. It's not even the highest this has gone for. Motley Crue, 2 Fast for Love. Oh, okay. Admiral, I will check it out. What was the message? Funk, soul, and reggae? Can't remember. So this 1981. 1981. Somebody's got one listed now for nearly £7,000 from Germany. One did sell on the 1st. One sold for nearly 7 3 years ago. But look at the price. It's creeping up. And then obviously this must be attached to Ace passing away. So that went for just a VG. That is one to look out for. Motley Crue, 2. No, sorry, I'm getting confused. I'm still talking about Kiss. Motley Crue, this is. Yeah, this is. This doesn't come up out very often at all. I can't say I've seen it. Next up, I don't think I've ever seen this or had it. Kubas, psychedelic rock. Look at the price, it's creeping up and up. Becoming more sought after. Yeah, so that near mint copy, nearly £2,000. David is in the house. You're right, lad. Psychedelic rock, Kubas. Only 4 copies and minimum £1,000. I will get that record in a collection. I'm manifesting it. So that's 22. On to 21. The first 7-inch. And it's a 7-inch from 1984. £2,000 last sold for. Non-available. Look at that. There's nearly 1,000 people that want it. So it's sold. It's sold in October as well for nearly 800 quid. But it's sold in September for 2,000. VG plus copy. Kick the Right Thing. And I'd like to listen to that after just to see what it sounds like. 7-inch for 300. How much? What was it, David? There you are. So I'm there. I'm getting to know this stream now. There you are. 7-inch of 300. What was it? Next up, a promo. I mean, if you didn't know, on a 7-inch, something I've learned, if it's got an A, a big A, it means it's a promo. Like that. This is a Rock 7-inch promo, Open Mind Magic promo. And that's sold for $2,000. And this is what scares me about 7-inch, because you buy a box of 7-inch, and there could be anything in there. It's like you pay £10, there could be a $2,000 record in there. Next up, 2016 West Side Gun Fly God. Hip hop. Never heard of it. A means advance. Okay, thank you. There you go. Learning stuff all the time. Yeah, so this sold then. What did it say there? $2,000. 3 copies available. Minimum now is $3,000 on that. West Side Gun Fly God. Another 7-inch Punk 7-inch The Germs Lexicon Devil. Only 1 copy available now, $3,500. David, go through them immediately. Yeah, that was the £300 7-inch, the Party Line, the Attraction 7-inch promo, no center. I do like listing 7-inch, so I can just like blast through them. So there is only. This has got history of it both selling £2,600. 1 copy, $3,500 now, and that's in Italy. Number 17, La Seconda Genesi, Italian prog rock, Tutto Deve Finere, whatever. I'm not Italian. Only 1 sold, £2,200. And now there's only 1 copy now at nearly $5,000 from Italy. Wow. I mean, if you've seen that sleeve, you're not going to give it too much attention, really, are you? You've seen that at the tip or something. Like, what the hell's that? Oh, it's just a $5,000 record. Next up, what is next? Black Sabbath. Self-titled Phono Disc Limited pressing. This sold. Yes, John M. Bloody hell. How are you? This sold £2,800 near mint. Just a near mint copy. First press, I'm guessing. But then 1 sold after that, $2,100. Madness. Number 15, $3,000 7-inch. Let me get that. Soul, Jazz Funk and Soul 7-inch. Eloise Scott, Broadway Love. None available. There's over 1,000 people want it though. Yeah, it doesn't come up too often, but when it comes up, so even a poor copy, what's that poor copy? 20 quid. VG plus 1,000. Good plus 500. Near mint £2,800. VG plus £2,300. One to look out for on the Carol label. It's the weird ones that are worth the dough. The big lot I bought auction had 150 movie soundtracks. Yes, absolutely soundtracks. A lot of laser discs I've found aren't worth much money. There is some demand for them, but obviously Friday the 13th will have. Next up, a 7-inch on the Shag label. Vicky Labat, Got to Keep Hanging On. Funk and Soul. That went for, again, pretty rare records. Only ever sold like 3 times since 2020. Last 5 years. 465 people want that one. Top 13. Dark Side of the Moon. That's got to be like a mint copy then. September. Near mint. 2,399. I had a near mint one. I didn't get that. I didn't ask for that at the same time. I think sometimes if you hold on for something that long and you price it that high and you wait long enough, eventually you'll probably get it. But generally, look at the average price on this. First press Dark Side of the Moon on Discogs. Talking like 700 tops. Really? I've had that album a couple of times, yeah. That I'm aware of. Yeah. Definitely twice. Next up. Yeah, hodl. If you hold on to it, eventually you get your price. Johnny and the Attractions, Let's Get Together and Cross My Heart. $2,500. Only sold once on Discogs, and that was in September last month. 2.5 Gs. None available. 463 people. So if you think about it, if you got a record, 463 people want it. Someone was prepared to pay $2,500. I'd be listing that at 3, and that was a Jamaican 7-inch reggae, a white label. But look at that. Look at this. You'll see that in a box of 7s and be like, yeah, you'll be interested to see what it is. But it's not going to sort of jump out at you. Oh, what's this? A box set, $3,500. Can't even read it. Japanese jazz rock. Uganda, 1972. Only 2 ever sold. One at $2,000 and one at $2,600. What's this? I've reduced a lot of my big ticket items. Holding out for big dough. Doesn't pan right? No, it doesn't. Exactly that. So I was just saying. I mean, if you're in the position to hold out for more money, then great. You might get it in 1 or 2 years. And one thing I always say is, like, is it better to get a quick 10 or a long 20? What? You can always turn that quick 10 into multiple times while you're waiting. One record I've never had, a Led Zeppelin turquoise. Never had this, and I'm surprised because I think I've had a lot of the big name items. I think I have, but obviously there's that many out there. But the Please Please Me's. I mean, even to be able to say I've had the Sgt. Pepper's Nimbus. I mean, that was on Discogs. That sold for like nearly $5,000. But this one sold. I mean, look at that. That sells. That comes up regular, and it does sell high. It is worth about $2,000 in a good condition. So yeah, that one sold for £2,600. Yeah, it's the turquoise light blue. There you go, turquoise. If you're already minted, you can wait, and I'm certainly not minted. I've got a Michael Jackson like that. I don't think it's a promo. I think someone had the labels off. Yeah, Michael Jackson, not going to be worth $2,000. Probably not. That was so. We're coming into number 9. Some free jazz, Sun Ra and his Myth Science Orchestra. Interstellar Lowways. 1967. That's what you're looking out for. Saturn Records. 672 want it. Doesn't come up often at all. Last one sold £2,600. Although one did sell for $3,500 in 2024. Yeah, this is the thing. You'd walk past that. Possibly. Rob's in. I sent you your records this evening, Rob. Thank you very much. John loves a bit of jazz. I can't. I'm warming to it. Put it that way. Oh, what was that anyway? That was jazz. Sorry, that was jazz. 7-inch, number 8 on the list. Funk and Soul 7-inch. Tamala Lewis, You Won't Say Nothing. Here he goes. Johnny Hates Jazz. This goes for the highest this has gone for is 5,300. Last one sold £2,800. Martin Records, Funk and Soul, probably Northern Soul or something. And there's comments, more money than sense comes to mind. How can anyone justify spending this much on run-of-the-mill Northern Soul tune? There you go. Northern Soul. Number 7, another Black Sabbath. Is that right? So there's one sold at 2009. One sold at $3,007. $700, that is, actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, there it was. 12th, £2,800. One to look out for, Black Sabbath on Vertigo. Well, I mean, obviously we look out for it all the time, but they're not all worth that much. Some song goes for expensive shit, yeah. Yeah, was it signed by Ozzy? Was it signed? It could have been signed by Ozzy, but let's have a look. 2,800. No, near mint. Complete with original Vertigo inner sleeves, photo available on request. That's all it says. So if it was signed, it'll be on there. Whatever happened to Johnny Hates Jazz? I don't know. Dave would be able to tell you. Fountain of knowledge. Got any techno? Yeah, got loads of techno. Loads. No, I haven't watched it, Dave. I've got better things to do, to be honest. Like list 7-inch on Listing Monster. Noble Records, yeah, I do, but then I do watch it because it's interesting to see the sort of collections he gets. But when he's kind of comparing 3 different records, it's not really my thing to watch that sort of stuff. But yeah, good channel. Next up, this is probably, it's a punk. The Dross, Last Declaration of Wars. What's the label look like? Dross. Got to be careful with these sleeves, actually, thinking about it. So this last sold, it's only ever sold once on Discogs at nearly £3,000. And there's only now one copy at nearly £4,000. Did I sell off the Electro records? I've got 2. I've currently got 2 Electro records, 14 and 15. That's if they're still there in Hall Green. I can't really remember, but I did have 2. Yeah, this is a Japanese punk, hardcore punk. Yeah, 1986. Top 5. Coming into the top 5. In fact, there was some had some noises on here. It was giving me the option to do an applaud and stuff. Maybe I got to pay for that. I'm not going to start now. Okay, number 5, Private Press, 1979. Age of Individualism. TJ Hustler Metaphysical Synthesized Orchestra. It blended synth, funk, philosophical monologues. I don't even know what this is saying. Packaged by hand and distributed in extremely limited numbers. The album was nearly lost to time. If you've got an original, complete copies who want to chase the weirder edge of electronic and soul, this one sparked serious attention and an equally serious price tag, $4,500. Where did it sell for that? No, well, it doesn't say that there because it says 1.5. Maybe it was returned. Noble Records, he's a bit of a knob at times up himself. Well, let's hope he's not watching David, because he'll be on to it. Now, Rob, that's probably something you'll find in a collection that's literally made wherever that was made in the US, and it'll be in someone's garage or something local. It's like them. I had them 2 school productions in. I've had it 3 3 times. The only reason I've had it 3 times is it's a local school. So it's not really a rarity for me. Number 4, Ethio Jazz. Matula Astake featuring Fadaki Amadi Mascal. The first pressing sold just 3 times on Discogs. Each sale rising in price. This one sold for $4,588. Yeah, there you go. One to look out for. Lemonade box on there. One sold for 5K. Recently sold for yours for 2. Yeah, not in September. So this is just September. If you go back to, I do plan on like doing this once a month, and we'll go through what sold, give people something to look for when they're out and about, and yeah, hopefully it'll make some interesting reading. Careful with that one. Yeah, again, this would be in some sort of shed in Africa. I mean, I do know that some record dealers do literally travel the world. They'll go to Brazil. They'll go to Africa, and they'll be looking for this sort of stuff. But obviously, if you find that record, it's paid for your whole flipping trip and more. Number 3, top 3, Larry Clinton, She's Wanted. A true Northern Soul grail, 1965, short-lived Dynamo label. Rarely seen, rarely sold. There could only be 3 copies. One sold for $4,700. Yeah, which is £3,500. Number 2, Beatles, Please Please Me. Again, I haven't had this, not the stereo copy anyway. I don't list on Discogs. I use it to price and get the gist of where the price is, how much demand it's in. But I don't list on there. I don't like it. I think that the shipping format is terrible. I think if you're selling to a global audience, Discogs is terrible. eBay all the way. And you're protected way better on eBay than internationally on eBay. Discogs, you're left to your own devices. But yeah, here we go. Beatles, Please Please Me, stereo. I haven't had this one. Again, that's the label to be looking out for. And it's the first thing you do. If you get a Please Please Me, you open it up, and 9.99 times out of 10, you don't have this. But I have had this twice. No, not the stereo, the mono on this label. So there's only 2 copies, nearly $5,000. So someone's trying to sell one for 10. So yeah, one to look out for on that label anyway. And number 1, any guesses for what number 1 is? I mean, you could probably easily Google it, but my mate Chris used to go to Japan buying up collections, made a killing at the record fairs before the internet. Yeah, the thing is, I've seen videos of people going around Jamaica, and they go into like the shanties and these metal sheds, and they're pulling out like absolutely filthy 7-inch reggae. But where else are you going to find that? Yeah, so Beatles White Album. Go to any major record fair and there's at least one stereo gold. Yeah, like I said, that are they rare? I mean, looking at, there's only 2 available on Discogs, so you know they are, the stereo is rare. It was a lot more expensive to buy than the mono because the equipment, you just didn't have stereo equipment back then. Do you sell a Vinted? No, I don't. I don't like Vinted either. Shafted. Oh, $2,000 from a US buyer on Discogs. So one guess, the Beatles White Album. Let's see what it is. Number 1 selling record on Discogs in September. And it's U2. 3. What did that sell for? $5,700. 1979. Before U2 became one of the biggest bands on the planet, there were just 4 young Dubliners trying to get a foot in the door. 3 marks their official debut. Only 1,000 copies of this version was pressed, each with a hand-numbered sticker slapped on a CBS sleeve. There's a long list of tiny details that separate the first issue from following ones. Band members' names inscribed into the runouts. U2 with a hyphen. Stereo in caps. And the correct spelling of Ireland. Even the sticker. £1.49 has become a collector's artifact in his own right. I would never have known that. U2 3. I mean, look at that as well. If you've got one of these, and this could easily be in a collection of 12-inch records, easily. 12-inch singles. You know, you'd skip past it. Oh, U2. You know, you see them regular, and then like you'll go. If you're not careful, stuff like this can end up in your £2 12-inch section. So this is why you've got to sort of check the prices. So yeah. Oh, let me just double check that. What did it go for in pounds? £4,300. Yeah, look at that. David's right. It was selling for peanuts before. So look down there. I mean, saying that, it's still 200 quid. 30. Well, yeah, 40. 16. This was 2005. 2005. That's probably a battered one. And near mint, 250. Someone got a right bargain. I mean, all the way through the 09s. You're talking 500-600 quid. Whoever got that bargain? 250 quid near mint copy. Didn't realise U2 were singles. U2 were singles to CBS for Ireland. Well, this is why we do this. Oh, they were signed. Yeah, signed to CBS for Ireland. This is why we can talk about expensive things to look out for. If you're out and about the car boot, could be in a record shop, could be, you know, jumble sale, could be going through a collection, and just these are the first things to check, I guess. It's the first things I'll check on some of them. So yeah, there you go. That was the first series of a live. I was going to say whatnot then. Bloody hell. Discogs top selling items in that particular month. So that was September. Yeah, they're like records can blow up quickly. And an example of that was when Sinead O'Connor died. And it was the day of her death or something. And I was in the shop and somebody was going through the records and they come across one of her albums. I had it in there for £8. They didn't buy it, but I thought, oh, I wonder what these are going for now. It's going £40. So I'm going to do. Put it on eBay. So yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate everyone that came in. Yeah, if you find anything after watching one of these videos, let me know. And maybe you can give me some of the sale price when you sell it. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Don't know when it will be. Oh, collection tomorrow. 80 records, £300. So Crossroads album from 1970. Any idea of the value? Wow. As in Crossroads, the TV show. That TV show. Let's have a look. I'll have a look right for you now. Tracy Chapman. Yeah, if it, Rob will have that off you, £2. Is it the Crossroads soap opera? Mate, nothing, I'm telling you now. Oh, without the matrix number, I wouldn't have a clue how to look for that on there. So I'm telling you now, nothing. Hold on. Was it Bone Thugs and Harmony Crossroads? That was a tune, that was. Nah, I mean, I think you might be making that one up. Yeah, I mean, who's going to release? I know. Let's release the soundtrack to Crossroads on an album. I remember Sandy in Crossroads in a wheelchair. Left because he got tired of being pushed around. Pipeline. Yeah, that's your £300 one. Anyway, thanks a lot. See you next video. Bye-bye.